Hello, I'm VX and welcome back to the video. So one of the big shames of Minecraft, in my opinion, is the lack of designs of dungeons. They added dungeons to the game a very long time ago, and it's one of my favourite features you can find. It's got a mob spawner, it's got some mossy cobblestones, so you know it's spooky, and it's got some chests, but it always has the same either cube or cuboid design that it's really kind of boring after a while. Like, you know, you're looking for dungeons and they're great, but they're always the same, and I feel like they've missed a great opportunity to add different types of dungeons to the game, which is why in today's video, I wanted to show 5 alternate dungeon designs that I really think Minecraft should have, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. Hopefully you do all enjoy this video. You can like it, let me know if you do, because it helps out the channel and lets me know you agree that they should add more structures like this in the game to make Minecraft more varied, and I think by the end of today's video you'll really agree and you'll really want to see some of these in there. So yeah, let's get straight into mentioning that this was actually made by Legendary Potato. You know, I came to him with the idea of like, let's, you know, work on some dungeon ideas, and he actually made this map all by himself, so big thank you. He's a good friend of mine, and here is links and everything like that, and you can also download the world if you've got the world download stuff available, and that's pretty cool. But yeah, we've got 5 we're going to go through today, and the first of them is the forest dungeon. This is kind of the most conventional of the 5 because it's just like, imagine you could find a dungeon but above ground in a forest. It would make the forest so much more desirable. You'd want to go to forest just to find the dungeons, and you can make it a bigger structure, and you can have it like, you know, multiple layer things. So in this case, as you can see, by the way, this is all built from stuff that exists in Minecraft right now. This is without considering that you could add new mobs to make it even better. But yeah, as you can see, this is a, you know, there's 2 spawners here. Same chance as regular ones. Could be skeletons, could be spiders, could be zombies. They kind of team up on you, so you gotta fight 2 spawners at once. Like, you fight these zombies, then one spawns over here, and so on and so forth. But then you break both of these spawners, let's just say we've already done it, and then you can get the first chest over here. And then after that, as well as just having one chest, so you can see every chest is labeled what it's based on. You know, they could have new chests, new loot, new mobs, but even with the existing mobs, it already looks pretty great. But then after that, you can see you go down there, and down there is other loot to be found. Sometimes there are silverfish spawners, sometimes there is other stuff. It all depends on what you get, and oh man, we need to get out there, don't we? But yeah, my point being is this is a really great example, and I realize if I go down there, you're kind of trapped, but it's still a great idea. This pit that's just being guarded by, you know, 2 different types of mobs, a pretty great one, and that's what you can find in this first forest spawner. Again, look at this thing. It looks pretty naturally blended in. You wouldn't be able to see it unless you kind of look through the thing, and it would give forests this great purpose. But in case you don't care about forests, you think, you know what, I want more, you know, unconventional than that. I want crazy stuff that's out there. Then why not a mushroom dungeon? So mushrooms, you know, mushroom biomes by default cannot actually spawn any mobs, but why not make an exception for the mushroom dungeons? So this is a super huge mushroom that's actually a dungeon if you look around it, because as you're going to see right here, there's a little bit of, you know, just a secret little entrance right here, which will allow you to, okay, as you can see right here, allows you to get some free loot, which is going to be some food, and then there's 2 things you can do. You can just go to the top if you really want to. You get a really great view from up there, you get some extra loot, and you can just use it as a, you know, way to see around the place, but also you have a challenge attached to this if you want to find a mob spawner. So again, here you can see, here's the very top of the mushroom biome. You get a really great view, in this case of just like endless nothing, but you would get a view of all of this land or the rest of the mushroom biome, which in this case is like 5 or 6 more mushrooms, but still then, you know, then you get some free loot up here, or you could go down if you're like, you know, I want all the loot, I want the mob spawner. Again, that's what dungeons are really all about. Dungeons is the name of those, you know, cubic mob spawners. Then what you can do is you can go down below here and you can fight a witch mob spawner. So this would be a great way to have a witch have like an actual purpose in the game. Oh, this is pretty terrifying when it's happening. This would be a great way to have a real purpose in the game, in my opinion, and they could defend a chest, which would be even better. And as you can see, includes a golden apple, could include anything like that. This is all just based on existing stuff, and I already think it's so much better than a lot of the stuff that, you know, Minecraft just hasn't added yet. So there you go, mushroom dungeon, really great second idea for a dungeon. I love the idea of the mushroom biome having this unique thing, because this giant mushroom just as a structure by itself would be great, and then you add the, you know, the dungeon element to it, and you'll be hunting mushroom biomes even more than you are right now, which is just an all-round good thing, right? So yeah, let's move on next to the so we'll let our poison heal for a little bit first, but we'll move on next to the desert dungeon. So the desert dungeon is kind of like a take on the you know, the desert temple. Like, it's a little bit similar. Am I really poisoned for this long? It's vaguely similar to the that dungeon in a way, because as you sorry, the temple is in a way, because as you can see, it looks pretty similar on the but on the outside, it's got some of this leaves over here, just to signify that yes, this is something different, and it's gonna be even more of a challenge. So desert temples are already a challenge, but this one takes that to the extreme, because this is filled with lava. This is a desert dungeon that is 100% filled to the brim with lava, and in reward for fighting it, so in reward for going up here and destroying them. Can zombies really spawn like that? In exchange for breaking the mob spawner up here, which is a thing you're gonna be able to do, to, what you actually get is you get some name tags, you get some, you basically get, you know, whatever you normally get, like your rare loot, and then you also get a diamond block. However, there is a catch that comes with this diamond block. I kind of want to show you it, but I worry I might die, so we'll be very quick with this one. But if you don't know what's happening, there's actually a block update detector here, and that's going to have the same effect as the desert temple, where everything, you need to get out there right there, because everything is going to blow with that. And that's a really, you know, the TNT in the desert temple is already a really fun thing, and adding it in here would also be really great in my opinion. But it also has the second kind of loot to it, you know, characteristic of the below the lava, there is sometimes loot, and also above the temple, you can see there is a giant block of gold. It's 27 gold blocks. You know, you could make it less, could make it more, but the idea that you get some loot just for finding this thing would be amazing. Just more structures where finding it in itself is great, plus the challenge, you know, makes Minecraft a better game in my opinion. Like stuff like the Wooden Mansion, which just saved me from that giant explosion. So let's move on next now to the fourth one, which is the Snow Shrine. So the Snow Shrine, pretty great idea because again, we have husks in the game, but sorry, strays in the game, but they don't really do too much right now, right? Like, oh yeah, so I mean, I guess if I'm in a snow biome, but what if we gave them their own dungeon, so you had to fight them off, and you know, they have these little stairs to make it even more challenging. This is a really good environment for a skeleton, for a skeleton to hit you, or a stray to hit you, and yeah, I really like the idea because they'd be able to do it. Obviously, this only quite works at night. You'd have to somehow lock out the day, the light in the day, but let me just show you how scary this could be if it was nighttime, and yeah, keep inventories on, so it's good. So at nighttime, then as you can see, they're spawning all around the place, they're protecting their chests, and because there's 8 chests around this place, and you have to like put yourself in a really vulnerable position to get them, you have to go in there and you have to destroy the thing, except it's guarded by the strays. So yeah, it's really scary stuff. This place at night would be something you'd really fear, but it's also just a great looking structure that's kind of like an ice spikes biome, because you know, it's meant for the ice spikes biome, but it just makes the whole place, even a little bit better than that. So yeah, trying to attack this place with snowness on you, really, really challenging, and this is why I love the idea. Just like, oh yeah, why not give the strays their own real place in the game? Because I feel like right now husks kind of have a point, but strays aren't quite so much there. So yeah, with that said, also you get 8 sets of loot. Like I said, it's a bunch of different chests, which is pretty nice, but it's not as nice as the 5th and final dungeon I really think we should see in Minecraft, which is found just over here. So this is my favorite of all of them. You're gonna love this. You're gonna want to see this too, because this is the Slime Cave. So the Slime Cave is another below ground one. You've noticed all of these have like above ground roots, you know, the giant temple style thing, the giant mushroom, the forest dungeon above the ground. What about one that's found below ground, like the current dungeon? Maybe you want to see stuff more like that. Well, the Slime Cave perfectly fulfills this, because as you can see, by the way, Poodle will make the slime's favourite, but because obviously all the slime's been going into the little teleporters. But yeah, this is the Slime Cave right here, and the Slime Cave is a really great one because, again, I mean, it's a great looking cave by itself. I would love to explore this thing. It looks intriguing. It makes me want to explore it, but it's not just that it looks great and it's a fun thing to explore. It could have higher occurrences of ore. It could have slime blocks found around here. You know, slime blocks don't really spawn naturally, as far as I can tell. It'd be great if we gave them a way to do that. It has slime spawners, which you have to break, but then more importantly than if this could actually be like a mini boss encounter, like the Ocean Monument, where you, if you go far enough in the place, you'll actually find yourself the giant mega boss, which is what I like to call Slime Supreme. So yeah, this is Slime Supreme. It's a mega boss you have to fight to get the last set of loot, and as you can see, this is something that already exists in Minecraft. This is modded, you know, the size is modded, but it's just a giant slime. But look at this. This thing is the most insane fight you can make. I think I'm gonna die actually. Yes, oh my god, slain by the slime boss. And as you can see, isn't that the best idea, that he splits into 2 giant slimes that you need to split again and again and again? I love the idea of these giant slimes. I love the idea of the boss fight, and I think the slime cave that contains it is great as well, and it just makes you wonder, like, why is this not a thing we're doing in Minecraft already? I'd love to see this. I think a lot of people would love to see this, and it's one of the most likely candidates, I'd say, from the list. Like, the rest were all wishful thinking, but this is one that's just so amazing that they have to add it into the game, in my opinion. I mean, they don't actually have to, but they should. So yeah, this is the slime cave. I'm gonna go in for another fight. I think I'm gonna lose it, but at least I split him this time. But you can see just how fun of a fight that is for that reason, because again, he splits in 2 and 2 and 2 again. He does a lot of damage, and like it feels a lot like a, you know, like this looks like a Zelda boss room, and you know, maybe it's inspired a lot by that, but it looks pretty great regardless. Now we've got like the medium-sized slimes, but except if we kill this one first, we'd have a lot more. My point being is this is just a fun boss. You know, slimes are a fun idea when they split anyway, and having like this many slimes attacking you could be pretty great. And then yeah, that's how you could get a brand new type of loot. Or you could just have it be a really interesting structure that you can go to if that's your thing. But anyway, this has been 5 dungeons that I'd really like to see in Minecraft. Again, this was you know, coordinated and helped by Legendary Potato, so big thank to him for helping with you know, like all the building for this sort of stuff. Also, let me know in the comments down down below which of the 5 was your favorite, which of the 5 you'd like to see, and if you'd like to see more dungeons too, because it always upsets me that it's like this. You know, I'm always thinking like, you know, it'd be cool if there were slime caves to find, it'd be cool if there were these things, and yeah, let me know in the comments down below. And one more time, thanks to Legendary Potato. I hope you all enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.